Hello everyone, this is Greyshot17 here, bringing you another review with Greyshot151 on a TV show. This show is called Samurai Jack, and this is on the final season. This will just be on the 5th season with a few thoughts on what we thought of the original show. It will first go into non-spoilers, and then we'll say spoiler alert.
First, let's give our thoughts on the original show in itself, which was a series that began in the late 90s and occurred for
2001.
What? Really? That was 1999?
I think late 2001, early 2002 to 2004 or 5, around there.
It only lasted 4 seasons, but
yep.
Essentially, if you don't know, it's about a samurai named Jack who's thrust into the future when he's about to destroy the ultimate evil, Aku. And the whole series focuses on him trying to return to the past to stop the evil from becoming law.
Yep.
And yeah.
2001 to 2004. At least I know my facts. But go on.
In any case, it follows this time-traveling samurai, essentially, as he's trying to go home, trying to figure out a way back to his time so he can stop Aku before
a demonic entity,
before thousands of years of his evil can reign supreme across the planet, which is Earth.
Yep. So, the question is, because the show was canceled in 2004. It was critical acclaimed, but wasn't getting the audience that Cartoon Network wanted, so it was canceled.
Mm-hmm. Gee, Cartoon Network.
Yeah, man, they haven't canceled.
Have a history of that.
They haven't stopped good shows before, huh?
Even if they were too successful.
Yeah, because they didn't want a wide audience. They wanted a single audience that spread and took away from other shows, so they had to cancel it. Teen Titans. So what possibly could this 5th season do to elevate the quality that was in the first 4 seasons? Let's make it darker. Let's make it
more mature.
A little bit more mature. I wouldn't say a lot, but I would say
because
the original show I would say is very mature. That's why. I'm not saying it's worse. I'm saying that it's already a high bar to hit.
I'd make note of the fact that they do go into themes of life, death, regret, guilt, suicide.
Yes. They go into a
kind
lot.
Of mature.
And then they have, here's the thing about this show. This show will make you will hit your heartstrings, but then also make you laugh, and that's the great balance of the show. It has great action, great drama, and comedy to it. Even the main villain, he can kill anyone he wants to with a flip of again, just with a flick of a hand.
I-beam.
He has I-beams that'll literally kill you or transport you into a hell-like landscape. He literally is able to pretty much defeat anyone and anything on the planet.
He's unstoppable except for the sword that Jack carries. And,
yes.
And this show basically explores that. For after 50 years, Jack is still trying to accomplish his goal.
Time travel has made him unable to age, which actually we'll go into something a little bit later about that. But anyway, so he essentially feels hopeless. That again, what is his?
He's wandering without a cause.
Yes. While Ku is just bored. He's like,
what am I supposed to do? I can't stop this guy.
I can't stop Samurai Jack, and he's just going to be there, and we're just going to be in this forever.
Yeah.
I like how he's like, man, this has to go on forever. And everyone watching this show is like, yes, go on forever.
Well, the main note of this is, again, Aku is basically watch Jack, no matter what he does, for 50 years, stop every plan he has, and basically bring hope to the world. The point where there are armies that are attacking him now quite openly, trying to overthrow him, even though they stand no chance. They can't kill him. They
try.
Yeah, they try. But they're constantly opening and constantly trying to overthrow him. So he just sees this as a nuisance. He thought he could just wait the samurai out, but even that has been escaped to him because he won't die. So,
funny enough,
he's just defeated. He's defeated in everything but in actuality.
But then again, we'll go into spoilers. But overall, what I can say about this show is, does the 5th season stay at the
heart of the series?
Yeah. Does it keep the series at its core, what it fundamentally was in the first 4 seasons? Does it improve upon that? And does it finish in a finite conclusion that doesn't burn on impact? Yes. Everything about this show is fantastic. The 5th season elevates it. If you are a fan, you're going to love certain moments of this 5th season, because not only does it get darker, but also it reminds you of what the original 4 seasons were, with a continuous story, not necessarily only episodic, because that's how the original show was. There maybe been 1 or 2-parter or 3-parter, especially with the beginning. There was, I think that was a 3-parter.
Yep.
But it was like one episode, one story, move on. Maybe a character would come back or occasionally.
The Scotsman,
which was a favorite, or certain antagonists. But essentially, it was him somehow
with a whole bunch of side
fighting
stories.
with Aku with side stories or other things in this world.
And this is consecutive. It tells there's an arc throughout the entire story. It's essentially Samurai Jack finding out who he is again.
Yes.
And then trying to accomplish his goal.
Yes.
And
so do we recommend it? Yes.
Fantastic. Yeah, absolutely. Even if you haven't seen the original series, you understand what has happened. You could watch like 2 episodes and you'd still be fine. You could watch nothing and you'd be fine. You get the idea from the moment it starts. Yep. It's a guy trying to accomplish his goal and being defeated for 50 years essentially. And finally he goes on an arc, and we won't spoil. Well, let's go into spoilers. So
all right, so spoilers. So again, we highly recommend it. Fantastic show.
Oh,
epic conclusion.
one last thing.
Yes.
There is a new character that they add. Fantastic addition to the series.
And we're in the spoilers now. Ashi's fantastic. If anyone complains about Ashi, don't, because Ashi's amazing. And again, it's like they have Samurai Jack's arc, they have Aku's arc, and they have Ashi's arc. Those are the 3 main characters. And Ashi was not in any part of the original 4. She's a brand new character.
How dare you not name the 4th main character? The assassin. The assassin, babe.
Oh, was it Sakamachu or something?
Skamoosh
or something.
He's basically in there. He's basically a musical assassin.
He doesn't have an arc. The most arc he gets is
comedy.
Him progress from killer assassin to him realizing that he wants his body back and then dying. That's his arc.
Listen, I still found it funny. It's like this show added some good comedy elements, and he derived quite a few of them.
Samurai Jack's always been pretty funny. It's like you can find comedic bits. Like there's some really
Even when
funny
it's dark.
episodes, like when Samurai Jack is running around buck naked, he's just trying to find his clothes, or him as a chicken. And there's some really dark episodes, like him fighting an entire zombie army and then losing a sword to Aku, and fighting Aku, who has his sword bare hand, like just in a cemetery. That is like.
Or the haunted house.
Yeah, or the haunted house, yes. There's all sorts of that. But there's incredibly dark moments. There's talking dogs, which makes for funny. But all that comes back in this final season as either you can call it fan service, whatever. But if you liked a certain character or you remember a certain character from the original 4
you'll probably
seasons,
see him in this season.
You might see them again in some form. Is this show, by the way, does it follow a linear story through all 10 episodes? Yes. But does that mean that you know exactly how it's going to play out? No. I had an idea how this show was going to end because, fun fact, they literally say in the new intro that Aku has destroyed all the time portals. So my rationale was, okay, Aku is going to be how Jack gets back. That's how I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be hubris or something that Aku does. But I did understand how Aku would do that, or why Aku would do that. Mm-hmm. And then you realize that over the course, Ashi, who literally is being formed. She's a trained assassin along with a bunch of other...
Born and raised her entire life.
To kill Jack, because Jack is the evil person, and
basically
Aku is the savior of this world.
Basically, from her mother's, that's where she gets this idea from. There, she goes out to kill Jack, and Jack can't be killed.
What's her name? The
Daughters of Aku.
Daughters of Aku. So... and essentially,
also,
you're like, how does this fit? Aku doesn't really know about them. What's going on?
Yeah, so they're in their own side story. But on the other note, Jack is basically a wanderer. He's still helping people. But he's essentially wandering about because he doesn't have a sword. He lost it. There's no way home. The time portals are gone, so he can't go back. He's very much a man lost. Yeah, he's trying. And he
has a full beard. He's like kind of aimless. It's great. Because you're like, what happened to this noble character that was in the first 4 seasons? And you see him, he is wrecked. He's like going through PTSD and all sorts of other things and traumatic.
Him fighting his inner demons is one of the best highlights of this show.
This is an anime, again, a kid's show, and he's contemplating suicide. With
he comes pretty much this close. He comes this close to actually doing it.
Yeah, but here's the thing: you understand why. Which is something that it's like when I see films or stuff like that and it gives no reason or concept and you're like, oh god. And then a kid's show about a samurai in a future time contemplating suicide over a lost cause, and you're like, oh, I completely understand. Like, I get every single thing.
Yeah, it's really good. And again, all the characters work. If I had to make again, I'm not going to say the ending. I'm not going to say how it ends.
I'll gladly say it again. Spoilers.
Okay, well, I will say this. There are plenty of twists and turns. It does have a lot of good story beats. If not, for the only thing I will say against this is it does kind of feel a little bit rushed, especially towards the end.
Yeah, the final episode is a bit rushed. I will agree.
It almost feels like there should have been maybe like 2 or 3 more episodes, just to space things out.
Just one more episode, I feel like, or 10 minutes probably would have done it. I don't know where you could have done it.
I think
I feel like 11 episodes would have been weird.
It almost should have been. I almost feel like there should have been an episode of them trying to find Aku, an episode of the Scotsman getting the forces together.
Yeah.
Then episode 9 is he's captured, or like the next episode is he's captured. One other episode where essentially Aku is trying to figure out the best way to what to do with him, and and Ashi fighting her demons, like seeing like that inner self, like kind of like what Jack did. And then the last episode, I think. The last episode, or maybe even 11 or like 12 would have been him defeating Aku, and 13 him going home.
Yeah.
And then like an epilogue. I think that would have worked a lot better.
Does it still work? Yes.
Yeah.
It still works.
It's still. It's always a good sign of a series to leave you wanting more.
Yeah.
And Samurai Jack, I think, went on a beautiful end. A beautiful note.
I just feel like it's like, oh, you want more. It's like, no, I just feel like certain events that occurred could have probably had a little bit longer to drag themselves out.
Yep.
Samurai Jack is also a show that usually rushes things pretty quick, and then but does have moments of like very just slow. It's just a slow,
like the Scotsman running into Jack.
Yeah. It has great moments, and I feel like that's probably something that probably would have benefited in the last episode. But that being said, does the finale undercut this darker theme? No, it's not sunshine and rainbows. It's actually
bittersweet
perfectly with what he was been going through. So I'm going into spoilers, full spoilers. Does he defeat Aku? Yes, he defeats Aku. Ashi actually again. She
is
finds
the
out
daughter.
She is truly a daughter of Aku. The Daughters of Aku cult that I guess worshipped Aku. Made a pact with Aku, which Aku didn't even know that they were going to do this, but used the essence of Aku to have 7 children. She drank it, by the way.
To have 7 children that could kill Jack. Only note is, they technically could inherit his power. Well, he unlocked the power for Ashi.
Yeah.
But in the very end, she basically gains all of his powers, fights him very briefly, and then opens a time portal and allows Jack and her to go back.
But was able to gain ability over Aku within her personal demons and herself. Because Aku and Jack fall in love, and that I'm like, I didn't expect that, but I was like, oh, this is gonna be awesome. They go back in time. Samurai Jack annihilates Aku because again, Aku's in a weakened state. He's much better than he was when he originally fought Aku, so knocks him out easily. Again, kills him.
Many people make note of, oh, it's anticlimactic. Aku should have put up more of a fight.
No,
the main thing with Aku is Aku can't beat Jack. That's the whole point of the show.
That's just that. Jack beat Aku in the third, in the series. In the first episode, he fights and beats Aku, and before the final blow is struck, he tore open a portal in time where his
evil is law.
Thank you. Which, by the way, I love how the intro is literally
incorporated in the final episode.
Yeah, that's fantastic. In a reasonable meaning, but mind you.
I will also make note that, again, the whole show, Jack can beat Aku.
Yeah.
Aku always runs away.
That's been done multiple times, multiple episodes. We know that's a fact.
You don't need to know that. Like, Jack can beat Aku, and that's why in the future, that's why Aku sent him there, because something else...
Aku doesn't want to fight Jack. He knows he can't fight, and even states perfectly, I know I don't want to mess with you with that sword. Yeah, so he usually runs.
Yeah, he can't win. And that's why he has all these bounty hunters, all these people, all these robots try to kill him. And they can't. And they don't. And that's why he's so defeated, because he knows he can't do it. and no one else can. So he's an understated defeatment, and that's reinforced with this finale, which Jack easily destroys him. So
But
it
the fact
works out in regards to the theme.
The bittersweet part comes into play when Ashi, who is a daughter of Aku in the future, gets vanished in time.
She becomes a time remnant, essentially.
Yeah.
She vanishes from time as she's about to marry Jack, and
that is it's
heartbreaking. Yeah.
Oh no, because again, every single person he saved in the future, right now, does not exist.
They disappear.
So they all disappear, including Ashi. So that is probably one of the more heartbreaking things to see Jack lose something after he fought so hard to save everyone in the past.
It's also very it's how do I say this?
It fits very well because
he spent so long trying to save the past that he saved so much of the future that he grew attached to it, and then you remember all of it's gone. The Scotsman, every civilization or person or he helped and saved are gone. But I will make note of this the best way Jack said, which was he only remembers it as a memory.
Yeah.
The fact of the matter is, all these people would have died if not for Jack.
Yep.
The Scotsman probably would have been killed randomly.
He was killed randomly.
The Scotsman would have lost his. The Scotsman would have probably died and probably lost. And most likely,
Celtic magic kept him alive.
And lost his wife.
Yeah.
Without Jack, civilizations would have fallen. People would have died. The one instance, like the whole rave. They would have been under his control. It would have been brainwashed.
No, the future would have been Aku, and everyone would have been terrible.
It would have been a much darker place. But because of Jack, and this is, I think, one of the main things, is he gave them hope, and he gave them a future that that they could not have had without him.
Yeah.
Therefore, I think it's almost like they know if Jack succeeds, their future is gone. They will not exist. But at the end of the day, that also means that...
That's my one fundamental flaw with Samurai Jack, is the fact he was so good at trying to help people. It's like, there are multiple times where he just literally is like, fuck it, I want to save these people now instead of go back to the past. And that literally, I'm like, oh, that's going to be...
It's going to hurt you in the long term, yeah.
Yeah, that hurt him in the long term. I'm like, that's awesome that his previous decisions...
And it's correlated into the beginning of the show, which he feels guilt for all the people he couldn't save, or the people he did save and were then destroyed. And at the end of the show, he has this guilt, this understanding that the future is gone. All those people he helped, Ashi, they don't exist anymore. But he realizes as light begins to come, he notices life again.
Yeah, the final shot's beautiful. The final shot is...
He understands life will go on, and it will be even though it was dark, it will be a brighter future. And that's what everyone was fighting for, and that's what he was fighting for. He wasn't fighting to save everyone in the future. He was fighting for a brighter future without evil. May I
point out that someone photoshopped Aku's face on the ladybug saying, "I will return, samurai," and laughs out as it flies away.
That's just evil.
That's evil, but I love that. But that's also like, what was it? Someone messed with the intro, and it's freaking hilarious. But anyways, moving on. This show's fantastic.
You mean with the sword?
Oh yeah, a magic sword.
Wielding a magic sword, stepped forth to oppose me. And
no, step forth to oppose magic sword. But no, this show is fantastic. I cannot believe it not only came back, but
it was this good.
It was this good. Yeah, this show has no. It didn't have a right to finish as it did, yet it did, and I'm super happy. I cannot be more. I'm buying the Blu-ray for it because I love this show and it looked gorgeous. By the way, all the actors, including the original, unfortunately, the voice actor for Aku, Mako, again, he passed away years ago, so they had to get another voice actor.
They used his
He nailed it.
He did a great job. Yeah.
It
wasn't it. I will admit it's obviously not going to recapture the magic of the original voice actor. But for what he does, it's still, he nails the lines.
Ashi's voice actress was great. Also, the daughter of Aku, I forget her name, but the head mother, I think her, again, the same voice actress who did...
It's the same voice as Ashi.
I'm sorry.
Hold on. Where's Ashi?
Ashi, hold on.
Tara Strong. Wait, Tara Strong?
Yeah. Ashi's Tara Strong. That's how I knew it was Ashi. You didn't know that?
It sounded like Azula. Azula's Tara Strong?
No! You... Oh my god. Hold on. No. This, again, for those who don't know, Grey Delicial is the person who plays again, multiple actors, including Azula from Avatar: The Last Airbender. Tara Strong, who's, by the way, in The Last of Us as Ellie, is Ashi. I immediately picked up, also she's Tara in Teen Titans. But I knew that immediately. You really did know that?
I thought they sounded the same.
Yeah. Now, I didn't know she was
Azula
Sam.
from Avatar: The Last Airbender. I thought Azula was Ashi. They sounded the exact same, but I guess Tara was doing an impersonation of her to make them sound alike.
What are you talking about? They're two different.
The High Priestess is her mother.
Yes.
They sound alike.
No, they don't. One sounds like Azula, one sounds like Tara. I like my brother.
I'm not going to lie. I completely thought Tara. I mean,
by the way, Phil Lamar is fantastic as Samurai, and then Greg Baldwin is Aku, which again, I can't complain. He had one hell of a.
Listen again. They sound alike. Go play them. Go play. You play them side by side. It just sounded like a different dialect of the same voice.
Anyway, he had one monumental task of living up to the Mako from the original Aku voice actor, and he
did good.
He did really good.
So, in case, final thoughts.
Go see it.
Go watch
check it out. Buy it. Whatever the case
Go
may
see
be,
this instead of Alien Covenant.
Support it.
10 times better.
Yeah, do that, please. Do that. In any capacity. This is Greyshot17.
And Greyshot151 here.
And we're recommending Samurai Jack, absolutely. And we'll see you guys next time on the next show review.
Yep, we'll see you guys next time.